AD had a crazy 40 piece, right? But I felt he could have done a better job of attacking Jokic because in situations like this, it's too easy. Because what Jokic is going to do, he's not no shot blocker. So he's just going to wall up. You got to get him turning, got to get him out of position, then hit him with that contact. And mind you, Jokic had a crazy stat line 30, 20, and 10. Yeah, I know he had above that in each category, but mind you, a lot of these possessions, the Lakers are not trying to get inside and rebound, take pride in rebounding and securing these stops like they did against Golden State. Because they seen what Looney did to the Kings, and then you seen AD coming like, okay, I'm going to take down this paint. I'm going to get every single board that comes off the rim. This game one, AD lost a little bit of focus, probably because he had to go attack Jokic on the other side. So that was that. It happened all night. And now a little thing I peeped AD could add to his bag is something that Joel Embiid does a ton, which is just using pickups to draw fouls. Right? He gets this attack on Jokic spin move, right? Rips over high, makes AG get his hands caught up there, boom, gets a foul. But if AD literally just got some low pickups, some high rip throughs and stuff like that, the amount of fouls that he'll get will improve a ton. And now boom, the little isolations, right? But then they sent a double, got an easy cut. But who was the cut on though? Who's to blame for it? So if you're gonna send the double, right? All these players on this weak side, they've all got to be engaged, and they all got to see two players off the ball because you're outnumbered. So if you're Lonnie, you want to be able to see Christian Brown and Caldwell Pope. If you're Rui, you want to see AG and KCP. If you're Reeves, you want to see AG and Bruce Brown. You want to each be able to see two, just so you could be able to get that next pass, and you're aware of where it could go, and give enough time for that other player who's on that double to rotate back. But now Lonnie plays this like he just only has to guard Brown. Rui plays this like he only has to guard AG. And Reeves is the only person who kind of can see two in his tagging on two players. So you can't allow stuff like that to happen, allow these easy cuts to go on, because that's just way too many easy buckets. 34 points already. 56% from the field, Walker to Davis. Then right there, another opportunity for that low rip through. Peep this. Instead of just catching, try to go straight up, catch the ball, literally pull the ball down low, rip your hands up, and then get into your leg. Once you get the ball up there, it's going to be the same thing as a regular layup. You're just changing the way which you gather the ball up. So instead of Jokic hitting ball right there, he's going to end up hitting hands. Let's keep it going, though. Now, plays like this is like, okay, Jokic is a solid defender. Because peep his movement and his ability to get this stop right here and not get the foul. Steps over, right, to beat him to a spot. Then, boom, he drops back so he doesn't get called for the foul. That's how you're able to avoid foul calls and be able to contest shots at the same time. Dropping back and not trying to beat him to a spot and continue moving in that same line. Or beating him to the spot and then literally just jumping right there and staying at that same spot. Because they're still going downhill. If you're in that same spot, stay there. Stationary, boom, they hit you on the side, boom, blocking foul. They get a shot up, boom, they're going to the line. You got to be able to contest the shot moving back as they're going downhill. So they can't find your body. And it's also going to throw off the offensive player because they're seeking the contact. They're seeking the contact. They put that shoulder down, prepared for some contact, and they don't get it. You know what happens when you pull the chair. Now right there, boom. That blocked by AD. He has some blocks, but I want you to peep his off arm, his right hand, right there on that post up. Peep this, right? Right, bump. He pushed, AD pulled. Went up and go to contest a shot. Now, I'm not telling you to do this as a hooper. Be careful. But this is something you'll notice AD do a ton in the post. Damn near every time. Because if you're going to try to bump him off, maybe extend the arm a little bit, he's going to have that arm right there on that side. So he doesn't separate too much, leave you too much space. He's still attached. And now you go into your shot. He's still at that same distance that they were before. So be extremely careful. But this is something that AD does to help him get some blocks. And then right here, this is the tough part about Jokic, right? With AD on Jokic, he has to focus on him scoring and him playmaking. So he's anticipating a lot of these handoffs and a lot of these actions, a lot of these passes, trying to stop the playmaking. But the second you try to do that, boom, he's going to counter, go the other way, and get a bucket. So that's the whole tough thing about it. So now once he gets past AD's out to play, he gets up there quick lay or rim graze or whatever shit Jokic be doing, that bullshit, whatever. But now he's getting to the lane, seeing no help defenders because AD is out to play now. And now this is where Jokic could take another step as a defender. He's going over to help on Schroeder, but If you're gonna go after you help on shoulder, he's gonna make that pass. You could also, instead of trying to just open up, go and make a swipe on this ball, open up, beat him to the spot, and try to get this charge. You got all the chances right here. Boom, open up. Instead of trying to make the steal, you'll probably never get it. Because if your hands already aren't there, you're going to be too late. You're going to be too late most times. You already got to have your hands active. You can't try to throw your hands up from your pockets at the last second thinking you're going to get the steal. You're not going to get the steal. So instead of trying to get these steals, you step over, play the charge game. He's going to get a lot more stops. And now people are going to put a little more respect on him as a defender. Lil, bro, that's the only time we done seen AD pull a little move out his bag. And guess what happened? Had Jokic shaking. Pete, AD need to do more of this, bro. Because what Jokic does, he falls for a lot of moves. You hit him with a little go move, a little tween, a little shifty move. Because AD got a little handle. He got a little handle. You hit him with just one of them. Don't need to layer him on top like you James Harden. Just hit him with a little move. Watch Jokic shift over and watch you get your whole lane to the rim. Because Jokic be biting for damn near anything. Now another one, boom. Bumping in the post, one-on-one, right? Now remember that play I showed you before where he kind of held on to his back as he bumped him, right? Remember that play, right? Peep this again. Appreciate that follow, Romeo. Appreciate that follow. But peep this again right here, right? Notice, he's bumping, right? Jokic made a little adjustment to help him get this bucket. AD still tried to pull him by the back, but he didn't get it. Because Jokic made that bump and he went into space. Instead of making that bump and closing up that space and then trying to get that shot over the top. So that's why that hand by AD didn't work. Right? So peep it. Watch it. On that last bump. Tries to grab him twice. He thought it was going to bump on that one right before it. He didn't do his final bump on that one. He hit him with one more. Then he hit him with that other one. He was not able to grab on. Jokic gets in the space, gets it right over the top. Now once again, these assists by Jokic are done so because some defenders off the ball have been lacking. D'Lo defensively was lacking this game. I ain't gonna lie, D'Lo was lacking. But AD, if he is guarding Jokic, could also do a better job. And whoever is guarding Jokic could do a better job of limiting these passes from the post and whatnot. Look at AD's hands. Literally on Jokic's body, not trying to discourage, no lanes and nothing. Because what are your hands doing on Jokic's body? What are they doing for you? Nothing. So what should you do knowing that Jokic is a post playmaker? Get your hands active and make these lanes a little harder to get through. Now, D'Lo shouldn't have been sleeping so much, but if AD has his hands right there, tracing the ball, all these lanes up top, using his feet at the bottom, who said passes like this get through? Now, these are off-ball plays that the Lakers need, where players are actually attentive and aware being off the ball, not just sitting there relaxed like D'Lo was last time. Because doing so, you'll help AD or Rui, who it might be next game, do their job or do the team's job, really. It's not no one person's job to stop Jokic. It's a team thing. So all four off-ball defenders have to be engaged when Jokic has the ball. Because it's not just Jokic who's a threat. It's everybody else who's also a threat. And since they're a threat because Jokic passes so good, all the defenders also have to be engaged because their players are threats. And now defensively, let's really get into this Rui stuff defensively, right? Boom, you got to switch with AD. That's what these switches are going to do. Make them take tough shots. Throughout the first pretty much 30 to 36 minutes of the game, we did not see the Nuggets take a single tough shot. Not a single one. But now the third quarter, end of the third came around, the fourth came around, and they started switching. They started forcing them to take a lot tougher shots because not trying to switch leaves gaps, leaves holes. The Nuggets capitalize on damn near every single one of them. They need to get back to the switch and have some bigger lineups so they could do so. And then boom, bullshit like this. Now you wonder why he hit a bullshit shot like this, right? It's because the whole game they had everything easy. All these buckets were open, all these layups were open, all these threes were clean looks. All of them were clean looks. So what is this going to do? Not just to one player who's hitting shots, but to the whole team, who the whole team is scoring as well. They all feel good. Now you start feeling good. Guess what's going to happen to your jumper? Your jumper is going to start feeling good. And if you want to knock down shots, your shots got to feel good. The feel is the key to be able to make shots. So whether you get your feel from playing good defense, whether you get your feel from music, whether you get your feel from literally anything, if you start feeling good and you start shooting and you start just hooping, you're going to be at your best performance. The feel is key. So now they all feeling good. They hitting all these bullshit shots. right? Not even just that Jokic one. You got this one right here on Jamal Murray, another switch, and they're gonna take another tough shot. But guess what? They're already feeling good, bro. Just shoots that over the top. Braun is just like, what the? Because there's so many times, especially at this point in the game, where it's just like, how are we gonna be able to make this comeback? They're hitting all this bullshit. And now Rui on the Jokic, right? This is where the matchup really shifts because it's not even on AD on help. It's what it causes Jokic to do in his shot selection. Because since you got Rui right there, literally just staying in front, he's not trying to steal, he's not trying to block him, he's just staying in front. So instead of Jokic trying to go to the rim and get a closer look, he's taking shots further away from the rim. The further away from the rim you shoot, the lower percentage the shot gets. Contest or no contest, it don't matter. The lower percentage the shot gets. So Jokic taking shots further away because he sees AD at the rim, doesn't want to get all the way there, is going to make him take worse shots than if AD is guarding him and then he boom bumps and just hits a little hook like we've seen him do before. And then Rui, Pete right there too. Not just defensive contributions with size on Jokic, but offensively as well. And this is why deep corner is so important. He gets all the way down, right? You got this AD pick and roll. You got Porter Jr. to tag. You got Bruce Brown to play 2. This is extremely hard to do with today's spacing and today's skill. This is just one of the toughest things to do in basketball. So what does Rui do? Since he's deep corner, he gets right behind the defense, cuts, gets to the rim. Bruce Brown don't even peep. Why? Because he's so high up. If he drops all the way back, kick to Lonnie Walker, that's a wide open 3. Butt naked open 3. And once again, Jokic on Rui. Once again, he's just going to stay in front. He's just going to stay in front. He ain't going to try to steal the ball. He ain't going to try to block. He's just going to try to make him work and make it tough for him as he can. And then the closer he gets to the paint, the closer he's getting to AD. The closer that intimidator badge is going to get activated. I'll tell you, that's the key. Watch this game 2. Watch how this game 2 going to turn out. Because there ain't much that Denver could do. Rui once again, working. That's tough. But AD got to secure that stop. You got to peep AG's positioning early on, though. Like, even though you're not guarding Jokic, AG's going to always try to get these offensive rebounds. So peep his positioning to start this, too. Right here. Right here. Circling up. Clears out reads. AD gets too caught up in this Jokic thing. You see him turn away. You should go immediately to this other side of the rim. Because literally play the positioning and just be aware of where people are on the court. Braun on that right side. Rui on that underneath in the middle. And then you take away that left side, you're bound to get that rebound. So AD has to get back to AG a little quicker to prevent that. Shot by Braun, right? The shot. At this point, second he released that joint, I was like, nah, bro, GG's, bro. You needed that, bro. It was not a good shot. Because peep how much time you got. Damn near 50 seconds, right? 1 possession game. But if you get this 2, you still got enough time for at least 1 more possession, maybe even 2 possessions, depending on how quick the game is going. So taking a 3 right here, you're trying to take the game winner with 50 seconds left. You don't shoot the game winner with 50 seconds left. You take the best shot you can available, especially when you have more possessions going forward. This is not the last possession you'll get. You got to play it safe. Take this 2. He took this shot. I was like, GG's, bro. You cooked. They cooked. And he was even confident with that shot as he went up into it. So I was like, damn. That's tough, man. That's tough. And that's game time right there, man.